A Muslim comic is an oxymoron because there's no laughter in Islam. This tour is part of a broader agenda of Islam to make Americans think that Muslims are like any other American. But they're not. Actually, they are soldiers of Allah. That's what they say. My last name is Obeidallah. I am the servant of Allah. So maybe I am the soldier of Allah as well. I just hope you never feel self-conscious or uncomfortable in your own country at any time. It's a true, I'm paying on a credit card, true story. Guy behind the counter picked up my credit card, sees the Allah part, looks at me all weird. He's like, hey buddy, what kind of name is that? Hi, my name is Dean Obeidallah. I'm an Arab-American comedian. I live here in New York City. It's an Arabic name. He goes, what does this mean? So I'm like, well, translate it to English. It means peaceful, friendly Arab. Tonight I'm producing the Big Brown Christmas Show at the Broadway Comedy Club on 53rd Street and 8th Avenue in Midtown Manhattan. Hey, Howard. Okay, so not open. Probably 10 minutes. There's really no religious connotation to it. It's just called a Christmas show because it's 2 weeks before Christmas. We don't care if you're Muslim, if you're Jewish, if you're Buddhist, if you're Christian, whatever your background is. If you're brown, tonight's a holiday party for all of us without any religious connotations whatsoever to it. I've usually produced things that are just Arab-centric, the Arab American Comedy Festival. I co-produced that with my friend Maysoon Zayed here in New York for the last 8 years. Or I did Arabs Gone Wild tour. But I wanted to do something that's more inclusive and beyond just Arab. So this one's brown, so we include anyone who's brown, Arab and Indian, Pakistani, Afghani, Iranian, everyone. We put them all in together, and it adds more diversity to the comedy. I thought through comedy we can build alliances with other communities, which is really important for us as Arab Americans. There's too few of us in this country, I think, to make a difference politically. We need to build alliances and have a coalition of other people with similar backgrounds, similar interests. My dad's Palestinian Muslim, my mom's Italian and Catholic. We were raised with both faiths growing up in our house. It was culturally, Islam was a big part because we had no pork or alcohol in the house. That was a big thing because of my father being Muslim. And he taught me Muslim prayers, but my father didn't go to the mosque. He wasn't the most religious person, but he was certainly in touch with his faith, and it was important to him. I didn't really connect with my heritage, my Arab heritage, as much until 9/11. And the seeds for whatever I am today were planted pre-9/11, but they didn't grow into what I am now and what I'm doing and what motivates me until after 9/11, until I saw the backlash against Arab Americans and Muslim Americans in this country. Right there, 155. We're going to the edit room for the documentary I'm co-producing called The Muslims Are Coming, about our tour in the South and the West, doing all free shows with Muslim American comedians and trying to reach out to non-Muslims through comedy. 6th floor. That's where in a little sublet space from a bigger regular office. We're just there in the back, editing, long hours. All the touring is done. And that's essentially what the structure of the movie is, what's up on the wall, but it keeps evolving. We're going to go to places where I think that they've never met a Muslim American before. And all they know about is what they saw on TV, which basically is not good, let's be honest. We met a lot of great people. Most people open-minded in America. Most people are not walking around going, I hate Muslims. What we really found out, people did have questions about Islam. They had sincere questions, and we did our best to answer them. This is sort of a natural outgrowth of just trying to use comedy as a form of activism, frankly. It's just not going away. In fact, polls would indicate that it's actually getting worse in America, that more Americans now have problems with Muslims, view them more suspiciously or less American than they did right after 9/11. Muslim and Arab mean the same thing to most Americans, so when you see negative comments about Muslims, doesn't matter if you're Arab Christian or Arab Jewish, if you're Arab, people think you're all the same. It's a struggle not just for Muslims, it's a struggle for, I think, anyone who could be perceived as Muslim, any Arab person, any brown person, frankly. Comedy is the connector. Comedy is the thing that makes you laugh and want to come see the movie. And while you're getting that sugar of comedy, perhaps you're going to learn some stuff. That's our dream. And that's the movie right there. Apparently now we're on the radar of the leading Islamophobe. One of the 5 leading people on their website, Robert Spencer, has a website called Jihad Watch. So he wrote an article saying essentially that our tour we're being used as tools by the Muslim Brotherhood. Unwitting, we don't know it. He's saying he's trying to inform us of the fact that because we're trying to show Americans that you don't have to be afraid of Muslims, it's part of the Muslim Brotherhood's infiltration plan. But if we were working for the Muslim Brotherhood, you would think they would pay us. at least to finish this film, but they're not. There's another column somebody wrote about me here. They call me the Dean of Comedy, Stealth Jihad, that I have a stealth jihad in the form of entertainment to take over America. I didn't like being a lawyer at all. I did litigation. I didn't find it fulfilling. There was a funniest lawyer competition at the Bar Association New Jersey had sponsored. And then I just started going to more open mics. All I know it was a blur. I mean, you get on stage and there's all these people in front of you and you tell some jokes and they laugh at some and they don't laugh at others. It was fun. We have a great show. Welcome to the Big Brown Christmas Show. We have some great brown comics. This is for you to keep.
Awesome.
And we can do the timing together or whatever. Don't worry about the timing. It's a little red light over here. And the comics were all somewhat professional about time and everything. And it should be a good crowd. I don't think it'll be sold out, but I think it'll be really close to sold out.
Well, there's a line upstairs.
There's always a line upstairs because all the brown people show up at 8:15 for an 8 o'clock show. Comics tend to be social, and then there's a point where they become really morose and very depressed and angry and bitter. But at this level, most of these comics are happy still because they think they might have a career. But I'm doing it long enough where I've come to terms with the fact that I won't have a career. This is all I'll have. No, you find your way in this business, whatever it might be.
Next to me comes the stage one of the producers of the show. You've seen him on TV, you've seen him on Comedy Central's Axis of Evil comedy tour, CNN, Muslims Are Coming tour, all over. Give it up for Dean Obeidallah, everyone. Give it up for Dean.
Yeah, nice, Jabron. Nice. Have a nice round of applause for Jabron. Come on. All the brown people you saw. Can you believe how many brown comics there are now? It's something like there's 3 of us now everywhere. I know I look white so that people don't know me. I'm actually inside very, very brown. I'm very, very brown. There'll be Arab American comics who will reach mainstream and already have on some level. No one's a big star yet, but getting increasingly on television. But I think the challenge is not just talking about Arab issues. If you're just talking about being Arab American or your father has an accent, or your mother has an accent, or the weird food you brought to lunch, to school when you were younger, it's very limited the audience you're going to appeal to. Issue to me is you're not reaching out beyond our community and telling them who we are. So your comedy has to be one that's accessible to mainstream audiences, not just Arab American audiences. You're conditioned to be afraid. Like you're alone on the street, you're a white guy, 4 black men dressed up like Barack Obama woke up, you're not nervous. 4 black men woke up just like G-Unit, maybe you're scared a little bit. We're all conditioned. You see an old Asian woman walking on the street, you don't care. You see an old Asian woman driving the car next to you, you might get nervous. And for the non-Arabs here, you see 4 Arab guys at a deli in New York, you don't care. You see 4 Arab guys about to board your flight speaking Arabic to each other. You then run up to the black guy you used to be afraid of for protection. Shizzle my nizzle, it might be a terrorism.